Hello everybody, and this is Beastform Gaming, and right now I am playing on my second account, or the noob account, which is not a noob account anymore. Well, this one I have made a choice to get the Friday, Black Friday bundle pack. The reason is because uh, if you look at it, I'm not at 45 Bs yet. There are bees that I don't necessarily need and can be replaced by a mythic bee, um, and maybe even a diamond bee. And I could use the gold egg to fast farm instead of using my tickets, even though I have a lot of tickets. Now, I haven't really taken a close look at like which bee I can replace, because it would really depend on what type of mythic, right? Like if I get a spicy, then I could definitely get rid of a fire bee and hope that the diamond gives me something good. But anyway, I was looking at the game some more after I posted the last video, and I don't think I went into here. And there is these. Let's see. Well, there's these right here. The strange goggles, microconverter, and 7-pronged cogs. So we note that the number 7 is something important. We went to already player 2. You have a hat that has the number 7 on it, right? There's 7 portals. You need 7 of the 7-pronged clogs with the number 7 in it. So 7 is important. It can't be a coincidence. Also, when you get out of here, and I've looked for this, this is not crafted, it is not in the usual places, it's just not anywhere. Also, what I did is I went on to Beastform leaks, and they did some things that I would normally do, but I didn't. You go to Mother Bear, and she goes, I got a strange text. And then, there's a smiley face right here, and just a bunch of um, words that aren't really words. They'll make sense like somehow. Also, for the wind chimes, I donated some jelly beans, and it gave a different message. So that was something different too. So I'm starting to think that jelly beans are important. I don't know how yet, but they have to be important. One side note is Onit fixed a glitch that kept appearing, and it was the glitch that I talked about before, which was there was a panel here that kept lighting up. So he did fix that. So I think part of his update was to fix the things that just weren't fixed at all. I did explore the outside of the map, and nothing special, nothing new. So I basically think that the goggles will allow a person to see something on that screen, whether it's a code that's temporary that you would put in somewhere that transports you, that gives you something. It has to do something that's temporary, because if you think about it, if you look at it and it gives you a code, and then you could just share the code online, right? Or you can share it in chat, and people then don't need to get the goggles. So the code either has to be temporary, or the goggles have to be used as a gateway to go somewhere else. Where you go, I don't know. The other thing is the cogs. you can't craft them right now. And then what would you use to craft them? The only other mechanical thing that I can think of is the microconverters, right? And you look, and unless you're gonna buy them with the tickets or maybe the stingers, I really can't see anything that can be crafted to make a metal object. I, I just don't see it. Just don't see it. So how would you make it? Well, maybe the goggles take you to like a mechanical shop. I don't know. It's been quite interesting. With Robot Player 2, maybe it brings you to other games where you look for the cogs. Like I said, 7 gates, 7 cogs. Now on Bee Swarm links, it says that the capacity increases by 77%. In here, it doesn't say that, it just says increases by 77. That's a lot less, it's a lot lower, and the defense doesn't go up that high. I don't think it's really meant to increase your player's stats that much. I think it's more of a tool that's used to get you someplace. Kind of like the scissors. You weren't really supposed to use the scissors as a pollinating tool. They were used more to cut the vines so you can get to commando check. So that's kind of what I'm looking at this, is trying to put things together. And I think the next big thing is the Ready Player 2. Now I found a way to get to Ready Player 2, which was on the search, hit Ready Player 2. The first one is one you click on, and then you're going to jump onto, I think, the part that says either portals or gates or something. And when you're there, it's going to have a sign that says, going to this gate for Ready Player 2. You go in there, and you're going to see a timer, you're going to see the Ready Player Gate thing on the wall, and that's kind of where you get your hat and your shirt, and you can change into that, and you're going to look like half the people like in there. And now that we know that Bee Swarm is going to be a part of it, that's pretty interesting. And if you're at this part of having better than average packs, shoes, tools, bees, you'll be doing good for Beesmas. You'll be doing good for Ready Player 2, I believe. You should be thinking now about what you need for Beesmas. I've also noticed that when I'm killing just basic mods, that I've been getting microconverters. Microconverters, yeah. That's a pretty interesting thing, because microconverters aren't really something that you would get from simple mods, or even things like werewolves or spiders or mantises. They're things that you would get from Mondo Chick. Could it be that Mondo Chick isn't going to give them out anymore? Or is it going to be one of those things where the game is kind of prepping you to saying you're going to need these? Could it be that the crafting is going to be that you change the microconverters into the cogs? Are cogs going to be searchable, craftable? I don't know. This is all interesting stuff. This is all stuff that I really like to look at, that I really like to think about. So the last thing that we're going to do, if we look at this, okay, so I got the enzymes, is I'm going to buy the pack. I'm going to buy the pack. I'm going to see what I get. Right now, I think I have 2 of everything except for Vector B, so to kind of even things out, Vector B would be kind of like the thing that it would be nice. It would be nice to have. So let's go here. Let's buy the Friday bundle. This will bring us down to 1,430. Okay. So we bought it. Okay. So now we're going to look at this and say, where should we put the mythic egg? Where should we put the mythic egg? Let's see, where should we put it? We have 9 billion. We could get another hive slot, right? Now the only thing about that is you have a mythic egg, right? Do you really want to start the mythic egg at 1, right? If you're going to have a mythic egg, start it at the highest level possible. And then, I was thinking about getting a festive bee, and then you put like the festive bee there. Alright, so let's look at what we have. If we can, let's try not to get a gifted bee. Unless we necessarily like have to. Let's kind of go through this quick. Let's look. Got a lot of fire bees, but I think my fire bees are just about all gifted, right? Let's see, the ones that actually aren't gifted are bees that I would want to keep and should keep. Let's see, gummy bee, you have to keep that. Let's see. Do I have like a non-gifted fire bee? Non-gifted fire bee. Let's look. Non-gifted fire bee. Non-gifted fire bee. Wow, this is a little more difficult than I thought. Well, I got 2 rage. That. I have a rascal bee. I could get rid of that. Could get the bomber bee. That doesn't seem to be as important. The demo bee is actually more important than the bomber bee. So if I had to look at all this, I think I'm going to get rid of the bomber bee. So let's do that. Let's put the mythic egg with the bomber bee, and let's hope for, I don't know, I mean, Vector would be nice. It would complete the set. Toad bee, tadpole, that'd be 3 tadpoles. I got the bumblebee, that's good. Spicy bee is always good. Fuzzy bee we know is always good. Really, at this point, it's kind of like can get whatever, and it's just kind of gonna fit in. So let's go. Now I am the Fuzzy King. So I'm gonna say Fuzzy, then Tadpole, and then Spicy, and Vector. I don't even know what it is with me and Fuzzy, but you know what? That's actually a good thing because you can actually never have enough fuzzies. So I'm actually happy. Um, I'm looking at my like 9.3 billion, and what it brings to me, what it gives me is this thought of like, what am I going to do with the 9.3 billion? One of my thoughts is to build it up to getting the ultimate sprinkler, right? That's you know, 56 billion away, so that's like quite a bit. You know, if I do it, you know, like every once in a while, I can keep building on top of it, building on top of it. I look at my hive and I'm like, you know, there's things that I could be doing. You know what? Let's see if we can actually give this something. I could wait till the next one, but let's see if we can do something. This is probably not the wisest thing to do. Yeah, but oh well. So sometimes you gotta take chances, right? Oh well. Okay. Actually, should we do the ant pass to see if we can get some stingers? No, but what we are gonna do is we are going to take our new fuzzy bee and we are going to do an ant challenge. Yes, we are going to do an ant challenge. So let's do that. Let's do that. Now, of course, one of the things is I do not have the Mac Daddy big sprinkler, so I got to put these sprinklers out relatively quick because if I hit that tornado, it's going to rip up the ground fast, so you might as well have the sprinkler out before you have to replace it, right? So once again, the goal is to hit 150. After you hit 150, then you're kind of working on 200. You're kind of like, all right, can I hit like 200? Now, during the first minute, I believe you should complete 12 rounds. I believe that's kind of like the normal for at this stage of play. And I always say play in your lane, which means that whatever you have, you shouldn't try to exceed it, and you should be able to complete as much as you can with what you have, like the X Flame, with the mythics that you get, you know. So I should be able to get 150 pretty easy by playing in my lane. So let's see what we have. We have 115. Alright. Don't be in a big rush to get there, but just know that you can get there. Now you can see with the diamond sprinklers, it does leave bald spots, but it's not like bald spots forever, right? It's not bald spots forever. It will replenish. It will replenish. So that's not a bad thing. That's not a bad thing, and it is bringing the plants up fast enough to where my bees and the tornado can raise that pollen meter fast enough. So I'm doing alright. Let's see, I'm at 159, so getting to 150 was not a problem. Not a problem. Let's see if getting to 200 is going to be a major problem. And of course, that's just more of a prestige thing, you know, saying, hey, I can get to 200. Because I found out in this game that really, whether it's 150 or 200, it's just really by luck. It's just by luck. I've been playing this game and I have never seen a 50% critical hit. I've seen it up to like mid 40s, but nothing higher than that. So I would be very surprised if I ever see one. I don't know if it's like a very rarity. I think I may have seen a +3 speed, maybe once or twice. But there's just some things that are like really common. So I don't think getting a higher like score actually gives you a better amulet. I mean, like unless the score is like really high, where it actually says, oh, you got 300. So we're actually going to give you something better. So let's see, I'm at 213, so that's good. That's good. But I love it when that X has the added flame. Okay, so we're still doing good. We're at 50 seconds. We're coming down. It's going to start going crazy now. Start going crazy now. I really don't have any goal of like what type of score to get. So you see, even with the diamond sprinklers, if I put one really quick in the middle and at the two ends, it's satisfactory enough. Of course, it'd be a lot easier once I get the Supreme Saturator, and all I gotta do is jump in there, put one in there, things are all set. But you're always kind of balancing. Always balancing. Always balancing. Level up the bees. Okay, so 43% critical power. Does it have a bee attack? It does not have a bee attack. Doesn't really matter because this one had a 44. Okay, so we keep the old. Alright.